Hey everyone, a massive winter system is developing right now that will create death trap conditions across major highways in just hours. Where this monster strikes today is going to shock you because snow squalls will create instant whiteout conditions exactly when millions are driving to celebrations. We're about to witness the atmosphere supercharge this system into a snow-producing nightmare this afternoon. The most spine-chilling part? Over 2 feet of snow is about to completely bury entire communities along the Great Lakes starting tonight. But here's what should make you reconsider your plans right now. Snow squalls will create zero visibility kill zones by evening. These are vicious, lightning-fast bursts of snow that will trap people in vehicles tonight with absolutely zero warning. The I-90, I-80, and I-75 corridors are transforming into highways of death for New Year's Eve travelers tonight. And this monster isn't finished with us, not by a long shot. After this snow bomb detonates today, January becomes an absolute war zone. A catastrophic jet stream shift is about to unleash storm after storm next week, bringing historically devastating snow and severe weather. This is the atmospheric setup winter weather enthusiasts have been waiting years to witness across the eastern United States. So strap in tight, because we're dissecting this snow apocalypse developing today and the pattern that's about to obliterate winter 2026 records. Drop your city in the comments right now, because what I'm about to reveal will determine whether you're in the danger zone or safe zone for New Year's Day survival. Right now, this very second, light snow is already developing in Minnesota and Wisconsin like the birth of a monster. An Arctic freight train is preparing to steamroll through Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois by this afternoon. Temperatures are about to crater even deeper after we just got pulverized by cold a couple days ago. But here's where Mother Nature shows her true fury. That innocent light snow in Minnesota and Wisconsin will detonate this afternoon into a monstrous storm system locked onto Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New York like a guided missile. By 2 to 3 p.m. today, we're witnessing a colossal wall of snow that's going to mercilessly pound the Great Lakes region. Then tonight, lake effect snow bands will unleash pure chaos near Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, and Lake Michigan. This is the kind of lake effect that will bury cars and erase entire towns under snow by tomorrow. By the way, if you'd like specific weather forecasts for your region or city, please leave them in the comments. I'll answer them individually as time allows. Also, if you like the video and subscribe to my channel, you'd be very grateful. Now, let's move on. But here's what transforms this storm into a New Year's Eve killing machine. It's not just about massive snow totals. Snow squalls will create zero visibility death chambers tonight that can trap people in heartbeats. We're witnessing visibility evaporating to under a quarter mile while powerful winds scream tonight. If you're anywhere near Fort Wayne or along the I-90, I-80 corridors, your life depends on hearing this. Between 5 and 10 tonight, these snow squalls will materialize anywhere, anytime without mercy. One moment you'll be cruising to New Year's Eve celebrations, the next moment you're blind in a frozen nightmare. That's when terror strikes, brakes lock, and catastrophic multi-car pileups appear on major highways tonight. By this evening, this snow demon will be devouring New York, New England, West Virginia, and Indianapolis. But the most lethal development tonight is this razor-thin band of snow squalls slicing from Watertown into Ohio. If you're traveling tonight for New Year's Eve, this corridor is extremely dangerous and must be avoided. During overnight hours tonight, a compact but savage low-pressure system will develop off Massachusetts. This system could unleash punishing snowfall along the Maine and Massachusetts coastline tomorrow morning. We're witnessing localized wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour that will snap power lines like toothpicks on New Year's Day. And here's where this transforms into pure nightmare fuel for some communities over the next few days. Lake effect snow bands around Watertown and Syracuse are preparing to go absolutely nuclear starting tonight. We're not just witnessing heavy snow, we're witnessing over 2 feet of snow burial in targeted zones by Thursday night. Some towns will actually vanish under over 30 inches of snow by Saturday morning. That's enough snow to create civilization-ending problems and make travel physically impossible for days. Now witness the snow totals, because some of you will be completely buried starting this afternoon. Across the Midwest today, you're looking at light accumulation. Maybe a coating to half an inch. But never underestimate this deception, because snow squalls tonight can still create deadly conditions in seconds. Michigan is where reality becomes terrifying, with lake effect snowbands materializing tonight and tomorrow. From Kalamazoo to northern Michigan, widespread 1 to 5 inches will accumulate by tomorrow morning, but targeted areas will suffer 6 to 7 inches of snow that makes roads completely impassable. Indiana and Ohio face widespread coating to 2 inches across most areas by tomorrow morning, but eastern and northern Ohio get hammered with 3 to 5 inches of civilization-stopping snow. Remember, all these areas are prime snow squall hunting grounds tonight during New Year's Eve travel. Even if your total accumulation isn't apocalyptic, snow squalls can create deadly conditions instantly tonight. But the true monster snow is materializing along Lake Erie and Lake Ontario starting tonight. Western New York from Buffalo to Syracuse is preparing for complete annihilation by lake effect through the weekend. Widespread 1 to 2 feet of snow will accumulate between now and Thursday night, with targeted areas suffering even more. This is the caliber of snow that will trap people in their homes for days and obliterate entire regions. And here's what transforms this pattern into apocalyptic danger beyond just this New Year's Eve storm. After this snow bomb completes its destruction, the jet stream will spiral into complete madness next week. Beginning early next week, massive storm systems return with a vengeance. The first major storm will develop across the Great Lakes and Northeast by Monday through Wednesday. This could deliver catastrophic snow and potentially severe weather to areas still digging out from this weekend. But the true nightmare materializes when the jet stream intensifies along the West Coast later next week. Colossal moisture from the Pacific will fuel storm after storm crossing the Rocky Mountains, and that guarantees severe weather and historically devastating snow amounts for the United States. I'm witnessing our first legitimate shot at snow and ice invading southern states next week. Oklahoma, Kentucky, Tennessee, and possibly even Texas could experience winter warfare next week. The caliber of rare southern snow and ice events that paralyze entire cities for weeks. Here's the timeline that should have you preparing for tonight's New Year's Eve travel apocalypse. By 2 to 3 p.m. today, snow detonates across Wisconsin near Milwaukee, Chicago, and central Michigan. By 5 to 6 p.m., right at rush hour, massive snow territory includes Fort Wayne, Cleveland, central Pennsylvania. 7 to 8 p.m. tonight becomes the most lethal time for travel with peak snow squall activity. 10 p.m. tonight, snow persists across New York and New England with that deadly squall band from Watertown to Ohio. Tomorrow morning, regular snow retreats, but lake effect absolutely detonates and persists for days. With tonight being New Year's Eve, this timing creates maximum danger for celebration travel tonight. Millions of people will be on the roads tonight, completely unaware these sudden whiteout chambers are materializing. Here's what should concern you about tonight's travel conditions. Snow squalls will create instant zero visibility while people are driving to New Year's Eve celebrations. One moment you're safely cruising to celebrate, the next moment you're trapped in a multi-car pileup. But wait, there's something even more sinister about what's coming. Emergency managers are more worried about what happens after this storm than the storm itself. The Arctic air that fuels this doesn't just disappear after the snow ends. It settles in like an occupying army, creating dangerous, life-threatening cold for weeks. We're witnessing wind chills that will plummet to 20 to 30 degrees below zero. That's frostbite in 10 minutes or less, the kind of cold that can kill you. Power companies are frantically pre-positioning repair crews because they know what's coming. When you combine massive snow loads with extreme cold, power lines snap like twigs, transformers explode, and people lose heat during the most dangerous cold of the winter. Let me show you the January pattern that's developing, because what I'm seeing is unprecedented on the long-range models, something I haven't witnessed in over 15 years of forecasting. It's called a sudden stratospheric warming event, and it's happening 30 miles above our heads right now. When this occurs, it's like someone turns off the heat for the entire northern hemisphere. The polar vortex, that massive circulation of ultra-cold air over the North Pole, is being completely shattered. When that happens, all that Arctic air normally contained over the polar regions comes rushing south like a frozen tsunami. We're talking about a pattern shift that could last for weeks and rewrite the rules of winter survival. Starting around January 15th, multiple waves of Arctic air will crash into the United States. Each wave will be colder than the last, and each wave will set the stage for potentially massive snowstorms. By the third week of January, we could see temperatures 20 to 30 degrees below normal. That means highs in the single digits in New York, below zero in Chicago. Atlanta, Nashville, Louisville could see their coldest temperatures in over a decade. But the really terrifying part is what happens when you combine this Arctic air with an active southern jet stream. And that's exactly what's setting up. The subtropical jet is going to become incredibly active, meaning storm after storm developing in the Gulf of Mexico and racing northeastward into that Arctic air mass, creating explosive storm development unlike anything we've seen in years. We could see 3, 4, maybe even 5 significant snowstorms during January. And here's the kicker. Each storm could be stronger than the last because the temperature contrast will become more extreme with each Arctic air invasion. I'm talking about storms that could dump 2 to 3 feet of snow from Virginia to Maine, the kind of storms that shut down entire regions for days at a time.